ESPN School Quiz win with Milo Energy in association with Hero Cycles #1 worldwide. Gamlin बढ़ते बच्चों की बढ़ती खुशी and Dr. Mopin C-Sip असली टेस्ट कभी भी कहीं भी. The youth of this great nation assemble for a battle of the minds. At the end of 60 days, ESPN Sports Quiz Champion School of India will be crowned. At stake, pride for their schools and for themselves. Let today's competition begin.
Welcome once again to the ESPN School Quiz 2002, where we've got students from all over India coming here, competing and trying to prove to all of us that they can be the best team in India. We've still got a long way to get there, but this is not a bad way to start. Let's go and meet the three teams today. We're in the East Zone still, and our first team comes from the city of Kolkata. Some fantastic quizzers from there, and representing them today are Patho Bhawan. And the two young men in their sky blues from Patho Bhawan are Omvreen Ganguly. Did I get that right? Yeah. I'm proud of myself for that. And Abirlal Chakraborty. Yep. Right, let's go on and meet our second team. And this comes to us for the first time in our ESPN School Quiz from Farakka. And representing them, the state of Bihar, are DPS Farakka. Two smart young men in their dark greens. And representing them are Suvajit Chakraborty and Rahul Mukherjee. And let's go to team number 3 for today. Still the state of Bihar, from Jamshedpur, Church School, Beldi. And representing them today are Zishan Khan and Saurav Banerjee. Right, so three teams in our E-Zone. Only one of these teams will go through to the zonal semi-final, and by the end of this program, you'll know which team that is. So let's take our first steps forward and go into our first round, which is called Citius. Citius, of course, means faster, and in this round, we're going to test the ability of our young participants to be fast, quick, accurate. It's a deadly combination. It's not an easy combination, but as we've seen so far on this ESPN School Quiz, they are game for it, and we'll see just how good these three teams are as we go into our first round. Just to explain to you, you'll see a grid coming up on your screen that's got 6 rectangles in it. You've got to pick one of those and you get the number of points that the rectangle represents. If you get it wrong, then you get negative points for the value of that rectangle. As you answer each question, a picture will start appearing at the back. No negative marks for that, but you can only hazard a guess if you're in control, which means if you answered the previous question. All right, the three teams from Kolkata, Farakka and Jamshedpur. I must confirm though, Farakka I said was Bihar because they're equidistant from Kolkata and Patna. They qualified from there. In Jamshedpur, you're in Jharkhand, aren't you? Yes, you are. Right, let's go on. Let's go on to Citius, and we're going to start with A for 3 points. Be sharp on your buzzers. Here we go. A for 3. And first on the buzzer with DPS Farakka.
Sehwag.
It is Sehwag, of course, so you get your 3 points on that. Do you want to hazard a guess on that?
Michael Jordan.
Not a bad guess, but not Michael Jordan. Anyway, we'll let you choose a square.
E.
E. You're going for E for 3 points, and E for 3 points coming up on our screen. Here it is.
Bradman.
Farakka got it right again. The answer was, of course, Bradman. So they pick up another 3. So you made a good start. And you got that in 0.47 seconds. Maybe you're just getting a little too easy for these smart young kids. Take a shot, 10 points up at stake. No one else can bid for it just now.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson is not right, but you've got choice of another square.
C6.
C for 6, and C for 6 is coming up. There it is, and Farakka went for it again.
Korea.
Korea is right. You're very quick on your buzzers. Kolkata and Jamshedpur, remember to be just as sharp. They've got themselves another 6 and another shot at our 10-point mystery men. Go for it, go for it. That's part of the fun.
Muhammad Ali.
It's not Muhammad Ali. Let's go on. Pick up one more. You're doing very well at this stage.
F for 3.
F for 3. Okay, we've got another 3-pointer coming up. And here is our 3-pointer. Farakka, went for it again.
Maradona.
Maradona. They've done their homework of the young kids from Farakka. And at this stage, they're sweeping this quiz. But these are early times. Is that good enough?
Is it Pele?
It's not Pele. Okay, you've had 4 slices of the cake. There's 2 left to go. 6 or 9?
9.
9. That's a brave call. So let's go and take our 9-pointer. Jamshedpur.
Milkha Singh.
Milkha Singh is correct, and not only have you got a big one, you've also got yourself control of that grid. So the team from Jharkhand. Right, too bad, Jamshedpur, you got your points but couldn't quite guess the man in the picture. So we're now down to the last one. Whoever gets this gets to answer the photograph. Tell me who that is. Farakka.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Farakka got it just in time. They get their 6 points. And now they get a few seconds to have a go at the photograph. There it is. Farakka, tell me now. Go for it. I've given you enough time. Give me an answer.
Evander Holyfield.
It's not Evander Holyfield. So I'm afraid nobody gets that. And you'll be kicking yourself because the answer is Carl Lewis. I thought I might hear a few gasps when I said that. So we've come to the end of that first round of Cities. You must admit it wasn't short in excitement. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of it. Pathabawan from Kolkata is still feeling their way around. They haven't scored. In second place are Church School Beldi from Jamshedpur. They've gone up to 9 points. But leading at this stage is a school from Farakka, and they've got 21 points. That's DPS Farakka. But we've got a long way to go in this quiz. For a start, we're going to go into our second round of CTS. And once again, we'll test the ability of our participants to be quick and sharp. It's not the easiest combination as we've seen so far, but these are very talented young men. And let's see how they fare here. 30 points at stake in this round. 6 questions, 5 points for each question. No negatives. Hit the buzzer hard and as quickly as you can. All right, here we go. First question, all 3 teams sharp. Which game is played with a piece of equipment having exactly 16 pieces of bird's plumage? Nobody on the buzzer, have a go.
Badminton.
Badminton, bird's plumage, the shuttlecock, badminton. Farakka get their 5 points. Right, here we go. In sport, if a Q becomes a Dan, what is he entitled to wear? What can he wear if he goes from a Q to a Dan? Have a go. There's a few clues in there. There's no negative points, guys. Have a go. Okay, nobody went for it. The answer, of course, is a black belt. You can wear a black belt when you become a Dan. Let's go on. Who currently holds the record of most number of test catches? Farakka.
Mark Waugh.
Mark Waugh is correct. So Farakka get their 5 points as well. And at the moment they are looking very good indeed. But 3 more questions to go. Jamshedpur, Kolkata, look sharp on your buzzers. Remember, there's no negative points. Here we go. Which English football club has a dinosaur mascot called Gunnosaurus? Kolkata.
Chelsea.
It's not Chelsea. Did anyone else go for the buzzer? Have a go.
Chelsea. Everton.
Well, no, you said Chelsea. Again, that's not good enough. Jamshedpur, have a go.
Juventus.
No, the moment you say Gunnosaurus, you think of Arsenal. Gunnosaurus, Arsenal, nobody got points on that. There's a couple of questions still to go in this round. Here we go. Which football club, must enjoy football, which football club from Punjab won the first ever National League title in 1997?
JCT.
Kolkata.
JCT.
JCT, Kolkata get their first points. Which Australian teenager teamed up with Max Mirny to win the US Open men's doubles title in the year 2000? Farakka.
Leighton Hewitt.
That's a fantastic answer. Leighton Hewitt is right. And Farakka continue to show their very good form as we come to the end of Cities. It's time to take a look at the scores. In third place at this stage are the team from Kolkata Pathabawan with 5 points. Second place, Church School from Jamshedpur. They've gone up to 9. They had a pretty good start. But leading at this stage, the team from Farakka, DPS, they're doing very, very well indeed. They've got 36 points, and that's a very handy lead indeed. But there's a bit more to come as we head into our next round, which is called Altius. But before that, here's a question for you.
Nestle Milo presents the ESPN School Quiz. Win with Milo Energy.
पेश है पोलो होल्स द होल विद द मिंट सिर्फ ₹1 में.
That's a beautiful stroke from Inzamam al-Haq. What a big innings from the big man.
Crushed by the home side, led by a magnificent Inzamam and a devastating Shoaib Akhtar, can the Kiwis fight back? The second test on New Zealand's tour of Pakistan starts Wednesday live on ESPN. This cricket broadcast is presented by Coca-Cola Live Photo Assi in association with Santro Zip Plus. More power, more fun.
ये हुड़क क्या है?
हुड़क यहाँ से निकलती है ज़बान पर रोके नहीं रुकती सिस्टर. गिमे 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 गोल गोली गोल गोली हुड़क चटपटी.
This ESPN School Quiz in association with Dr. Mopan Sisip. Asli taste kabhi bhi kahin bhi.
And welcome back to this clash from 3 teams from the East Zone in our ESPN School Quiz Olympia. They're all doing pretty well. Wonder how you're doing though. If you found the question that we had for you just before we went into the break, simple enough, then go to our website, which is www.espnstar.com. We've got 5 new questions every week, and if you can answer them quickly enough and correctly enough, you might get a prize that will be announced every Monday on Sportsline. So answer those questions, watch Sportsline, and life's a lot better. Let's come back to these young men who are fighting it out for a place in the zonal semi-final, and the next round they're going to be up against is called Altius. Altius means higher, and in this round we're going to test the depth of knowledge of each of these 3 teams. They're going to be asked to pick a subject of their choice, and then we'll have to answer a question on that subject. So they've got to be pretty good at what they are picking. Right, if you take a look at the grid, we're going to get 9 subjects coming up on the grid. 10 points if you get it correctly, and if you don't get it correctly, someone else will get 10 on the pass over. Right, we're going to start with Pato Bhawan, Kolkata. What's your choice from that grid?
Cricket.
Cricket. I thought you might say cricket. In the last instance of Munkading in international cricket in 1992, who did Kapil Dev run out? You know what Munkading is. In the last instance in 92, whom did Kapil Dev run out? Pato Bhavan. Can't take forever on that.
Alan Border.
No, question passes. And Jamshedpur.
Dean Jones.
Question passes. Farakka, do you want to have a go at it?
Sanjay Manjrekar.
No, it wasn't Sanjay Manjrekar. It would be very funny if he ran his own teammate out, wouldn't it? The answer was Peter Kirsten, and this happened in the test match at Port Elizabeth that South Africa won. Jamshedpur, your chance to have a go. What do you want to do?
Test cricket.
At which venue did commentator Ravi Shastri score his only test double century? Where did Ravi Shastri score his only test double 100, Jamshedpur?
Sydney.
Sydney is absolutely correct. The Sydney cricket ground where he made 206 against Australia. And I don't think Ravi is going to like it very much if you already start to call him commentator, not a cricketer, but we'll let that go. Farakka.
Soccer.
Your chance to pick up 10 points, and you've chosen soccer. Which 2 premier soccer clubs were involved in the 1985 Hazel tragedy? The tragedy in 1985, which 2 premier soccer clubs were involved in it? Have a go.
Leeds and Liverpool.
Question passes. Anyone on the buzzer? Have a go. The Hazel tragedy of 1985, Jamshedpur.
Manchester United
Now, they've been in a few tragedies, but they weren't in this one.
and Liverpool.
Kolkata, do you want to have a go? You haven't gone for the buzzer, so I'll presume you don't want to have a go at it. The answer was Liverpool and Juventus. Liverpool and Juventus were the two teams involved in the 1985 Hazel tragedy. We're going to go back to Padova and Kolkata. You've got one more bite of that cherry. What are you going to choose?
Tennis.
Your tennis question, Padova, is a still photograph. Take a look at the photograph and tell me in which premier tournament did these two partner each other?
Wimbledon. Wimbledon.
Wimbledon 2000 is absolutely right. Padova and Kolkata get their 10 points. And they'll be feeling a lot better after that. So let's go on to Church School, Beldi, Jamshedpur.
Mystery.
Your mystery question is a still. You've got to take a look at it and tell me who this sporting legend is.
Maradona.
Who is the sporting legend? Jamshedpur.
Maradona?
Diego Maradona is correct. Why he'd want to look like that, you never know, but he did. So you get 10 points there. Now, Farakka, the pressure is starting to come on you. What do you want? You've got 4 choices there.
Pastimes.
You want pastimes. In a game of bridge, how many tricks does a side need to win to make a grand slam? Farakka, how many tricks do you need to get?
13.
13. It doesn't matter if you don't play bridge. You've got the answer right. And that's what counts. So we've had a pretty productive round of all tiers. Very good answers all around. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of it all. Pato Bhavan from Calcutta have got a few points, but they're still in third place. They've managed to reach 15 though. In second place, Church School Beldi from Jamshedpur. They've got 29. But that last 10-pointer has allowed DPS Farakka to extend their lead. They've now gone up to 46 points. But it's not a gap that cannot be bridged, and I expect some very firm action when we get into our third round, which is called 40th. Before we do that though, on our way into the break, take a look at this banner that I've selected for you. I'll tell you all about it when I return.
The ESPN School Quiz in association with Hero Cycles, #1 worldwide.
Why must I go to school to learn? Why must we be home before dark?
Why must I always win?
Now get a Parker Beat Up and free with every Hero Fancy cycle. पोलो से निकले गए होल्स आखिर कहाँ जाते हैं? पेश है पोलो होल्स, द होल विद द मिंट, सिर्फ ₹1 में।
ये हुड़क क्या है?
हुड़क निकलती दिल से दिमाग पे था। हुड़क
रोकती काका चुपती
हुड़क 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 गोलगोली गोल गोली हुड़क चटपटी
हुड़क
in your hands.
ESPN keeps you up to date with the week's great plays from top European clubs, with more reviews, highlights and reports from key matches. The UEFA Champions League Weekly, Sunday only on ESPN.
The ESPN School Quiz in association with Camlin. बढ़ते बच्चों की बढ़ती खुशी Camlin.
Welcome back to this East Zone preliminary. Now, before we went into break, we showed you a little banner that Church School Beldi from Jamshedpur had brought along. If you like it, you can go up to our website and vote for it. It forms part of our Milo banner competition. It'll be there for 5 days, and the school that gets the maximum number of hits by the end of this competition, the largest number of votes, will get a very special prize. So there's something more for you to do. For the moment though, for our 3 teams here, there's a very critical phase in this quiz show coming up, and that is our final round called 40th. In 40th, we test the ability of our participants to be tough and strong under pressure. This is the round that determines who goes through to the semi-final and who goes back home. So there's quite a bit for the three of you to do over here. Look sharp. You've got one lifeline. You can only ask your teammate once, not too much more than that. So you've got to have a lot of confidence in yourself. We're going to start with Farakka. You're leading, but not by too much. What's your choice going to be? 5, 10 or 20? Remember, 5 have no negatives. 10 or 20 carry -5 or -10. What's it going to be?
10.
You want to go for a 10? Remember, it comes with a -5, but you've chosen it to be that way. Here you go. Which Manchester United star is known as the baby-faced assassin because of his youthful looks? No, I don't think he's got it. You're all on your own here. Which Manchester United star is called the baby-faced assassin because of the way he looks?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is right. And for a minute I thought you didn't have it. 10 points to Farakka. Now, Jamshedpur, you've got to do something really special here.
20 points.
You want to go for a 20? Remember, it comes to the -10. You can hold on till the end and maybe make a late burst. But if you've chosen 20, here's your 20-pointer. In the 1998 World Cup, which team captain's father was also the coach of the team? Do you want to take it? Do you want to go there? Okay, we'll give it to you. Give me the answer.
Italy.
Right, what are the two names? Do you know the names at all? Well, I'll ask you which team and you gave me Italy, so I'll have to give you the points. The answer was Cesar and Paolo Maldini. So only 7 points now separating Jamshedpur and Farakka, but Potter Bhavan are still in it. What's your choice?
20 pointers.
You want a 20-pointer? They're all going for the big ones, the slogovers. Here we go. In 10-point pin bowling, for a perfect game of 10 strikes, how many points would a player get? How many points would he get for a perfect 10 strike?
9.
No, it's a lot more. You obviously haven't gone bowling too often. The answer is 300 points. 300 points if you can knock all of them over. It's quite an interesting game when you start to play it. I'm afraid it's -10, but that's how it goes. You went for the big one and didn't quite work out. Now then, Farakka, 7 points. What's it going to be?
20.
20! I think I'm growing a little too old for this game. They're all gamblers, all of them. Okay, here is your 20-pointer. I don't know if it's easy or tough, but give it a go. Whom did Leander Paes partner to win the mixed doubles title at Wimbledon? Whom did Leander Paes partner to win the mixed doubles title at Wimbledon? You can't give me the answer. He's got to give it himself. You can only go there once. So do you want to go use your lifeline? Or no?
Which year? Do you know? Can we know which year? Once again, the question, please.
I can't ask you the question again. I just said who was Leander Paes' partner when he won the mixed doubles?
Lisa Raymond.
You just as well, you got it right. Lisa Raymond is correct because your partner wanted you to go there, and given that he knew it, if you had got it wrong, you would have been in deep trouble at the end of this program. Now, Jamshedpur, I guess you have no choice, but
10 pointers.
You want to go for a 10? Okay, here is your 10-pointer. In the 2000-2001 National Football League, which Mohun Bagan star equaled Baichung Bhutia's record of scoring 14 goals in one edition of the league? Which Mohun Bagan star scored 14 goals in the 2000-2001 National Football League? You've used your lifeline, you can't go there again. Tell me who this Mohun Bagan striker was. Give me a shot. No? Because if the answer is no, it means it's a -10. Which one? No? The answer, I'm afraid, was Jose Barreto. Pity about that. That's a -10. But I guess you really didn't have a choice. Pato Bhavan. 10-pointer. Pato Bhavan. Here is your 10-pointer. The luck of the draw. Sometimes they're easy. Sometimes they are difficult. Here you go. Which sports person did the actor Tom Hulce study for his role as the eccentric, half-crazed 18th century composer Mozart for the 1984 film Amadeus? Which tennis player, I'll give you a little clue, which tennis player did the actor study for the role of Mozart in Amadeus?
John McEnroe.
John McEnroe is right. Was that a guess? And why did he guess John McEnroe?
Because of his behavior.
Absolutely. The clue there was eccentric. It's nice to know that these young men are standing up there under pressure and they're listening. Sometimes they don't listen. Well done. Now then, Farakka. You wanted to say 10, didn't you? Well, I think you'll need to decide faster than that.
We'll go for 5.
Who's the captain here? He wants 5. Okay. Here's your 5-pointer. Here we go. What's the scores looking like? 76 and 44. I think that's a good call. Here we go. Which current international cricketer's last name is also the name of one of India's most important rivers?
The name of the player?
Yes.
Darren Ganga.
Name of the player is the same as the river. That's what I asked you. Ganga is right. Darren Ganga from Trinidad is absolutely right. Farakka go up to 81. And Jamshedpur, I'm afraid they look a little beyond reach at the moment. Do you want to end off on a nice happy 5-pointer?
20.
You want a 20? Well done. Here is your 20-pointer. Jamshedpur, I'm afraid we've got a lot of soccer 20-pointers today. So if you like soccer, you should like this one. Here we go. Which sporting star of the 90s has a statue erected in his honor in the city of Yaoundé? That is the clue. In the city of Yaoundé, which sporting star of the 90s has a statue erected? If you know your geography, there's a big clue in that. Do you want to have a go?
Bebeto.
No, it's not Bebeto. This was the city-state of Cameroon, and the player was Roger Milla. Roger Milla. Pity about that. You get a -10. You started off very well, but I admire your attitude. It was very well done. Now then, Pato Bhavan.
Okay, 20.
20? Okay, here's your 20-pointer. What ceremony did the Belgian fencer Victor Boyne perform for the first time during the 1920 Antwerp Games? What traditional ceremony was performed by him for the first time? You got McEnroe right. You might as well take a guess on this one.
Opening of champagne.
The opening of champagne. No, I'm afraid it wasn't. The answer was, did you know it?
Oath taking.
The Olympic oath was taken for the first time. I'm afraid that gets you -10, Pato Bhavan. But very good attitude as well. So we've come to the end of this round of the ESPN School Quiz for 2002. Let's take a look at the scores. So Pato Bhavan finished today with a total tally of 5 points. They lost out a little bit at the end. In second place were Church School from Beldi in Jamshedpur, and they were brave as well, and sometimes that has its price. They finished with 34. And our winners today, DPS from Farakka, who did really well to get to 81 points. Very well done, guys. Why don't you, your teammates, why don't you come down as well and join in all the action? Certainly a teammate from Farakka was very excited about Leander Pays and Lisa Raymond, and I'm very happy to give you your prizes. These are special Milo prizes. These are watches that your school teachers will be very happy with when you get down to study. Very well done, guys. And two of you as well from Pato Bhavan. Very well done. Right then, our Milo winning team today is DPS from Farakka. They go through to our zonal semi-final. There's lots more to come on this ESPN School Quiz 2002. Do join us for it.